I was able to watch all the 6 episodes of Coyote, and I really enjoyed it. Mostly because I was a little bit surprised. I was not expecting this kind of show, not because it is you or anything like that. I was just more expecting a little bit more action pump kind of thing, and it's a little bit more inside story, and that's why I was surprised in that way, in a good way. So we have sicarios, we have border patrols, tunnels, cartels. We have a retirement guy, and we even have like a new husband, which is a shrink and everything. So we have a lot of common things that are happening, but at the same time, it's a very different show from what I was expecting. So for the people that have not watched the show, what can you tell me about this show that makes it so different from everything that I just mentioned?
Well, that's very astute and correct that you can't judge a book by its cover, because based on some of the trailers, you would think that this is just an action picture and it's about narcos and that's it. And not nearly. That's not what this is. This is an odyssey. This is about it's not even about my character, I feel. I feel like it's about the people, the places, the events, the things that he encounters in this odyssey that he's forced into. It's about walking 100 miles in another person's shoes. And that's thrilling to me. My friend, Michelle McLaren, brought this to me about 2.5 years ago. And she and I have known each other for over 25 years. We've always wanted to work together. And she famously is known for her work as an executive producer and a director on Breaking Bad, as well as directing amazing shows like Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead. She's just an incredible director, great visualist. So we've always wanted to work together. And when she brought me this and pitched it to me, I was in. I was excited to work with her. I was excited that this was really timely in terms of the subject matter, but I was a bit trepidatious. I was worried. Because it's a political hot potato, and but quickly that fear was sort of allayed by the fact that we were, the conversations that we had regarding how we were going to handle it, which was to have the stories be informed by people from all corners in this subject, that it wasn't going to be political, that it was going to be human, that it was going to be authentic, and we were going to go for the real, like she did with Breaking Bad and like I did with The Shield. It's very similar in terms of storytelling style, but very different in terms of content.
Yeah, I have to say my favorite episode was even episode 5, because you mentioned obviously Michelle and Breaking Bad. It reminded me a lot about the Fly episode on Breaking Bad, because it's basically 3 dudes in a trailer park. And I love how Mazzo is speaking about Valentina and the horse and the story. And then the next scene you see the uncle giving a lollipop to the kid, like giving sugar at the same time. Yeah. You mentioned that you can see this story going on for several seasons. Is this why you mean that? Because there's so much to explore and so many characters that you can just lock people in a place and have them talk?
Exactly. Wow. I love how you really got this. There's so much to explore and so much room for a deep dive into, we're asking a really broader thematic questions here about the collision of cultures, right? All over the world, we're seeing this, where, cultures are built up along borders, and in some cases they trade and interact and get along famously, and in other cases they war and clash horribly, and in other cases it's sort of a mix and there's tension, and we see this playing itself out, and there's this rise and fall of tensions depending on who the leadership is in those countries at any given time. And then when you look at the people on the ground in any given area, it's very, very different.
There will always be people in their own stories, no matter what politicians are in.
Exactly.
Just to finalize, Michael, I won't take much longer. So this is a guy whose job let him down. Javi is not what he's expected to be. Obviously, there's the Michelle McLaren here, where you could see like the Breaking Bad of Walter White becoming like the bad guy. So basically what I'm asking is, are we expecting the Coyote to become El Migra in the future, like a leader of the bad guys? Do you see yourself going there, or you don't think that the compass will go that far?
Honestly, I'm not going to tell you. Why would I tell you that?
Fair enough. Yes, fair enough.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to watch and see.
Yeah, of course. Well, I won't steal any information from you. Well, I guess we'll see. I hope that Paramount, now that it's not CBS All Access, I hope Paramount grabs you guys for a story you want to tell, and hopefully we'll speak again in the future.
Cheers, man. Thank you so much, Victor.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
De lado da fronteira.
I've got a tunnel, approximately 30 feet deep.
Proteger e servir.
Good work.
Do outro lado, proteger.
I need a favor. There's a girl down here. She needs asylum.
E sobreviver.
Stay away from my woman.
A nova série de Michael Chiklis, o protagonista de The Shield.
No me mates, por favor. We gotta go.
COYOTE, segunda 25, às 10 para as 11 da noite no AXN.